Alright guys, I'm gonna get ready to get this hide shipped out this week, tomorrow matter of fact. It's been about 2 weeks with loads of salt on it. So now what I do is I try to flip it over. I got a blue tarp down here on the floor to catch the salt and try to take the excess salt off that I can.
So what does it feel like?
It feels like cardboard, like, you know, like a I don't know, like
Stiff.
stiff, yeah.
So the point in doing that was to what?
Get all the moisture out of it. You got to get the moisture out of it, and then basically what you got to do is just you get all the moisture out, and then you can ship it because you don't know when they're going to start the process, and they don't want something to rot. And if you don't get all that dried out, eventually it'll rot. So that's where we're at.
So now you'll just fold it up and ship it?
I'll just fold it up and then ship it, and if I can fold it, and it's pretty dry. But that's what you want. And then I'll just ship it out. I'll put it in a black bag, and then what I usually do is take it to work, and I'll ship it out UPS to the tannery.
I'll put the link below with who we use for our tannery.
And then they're so busy, usually it takes them around 18 weeks. I mean, they're really busy. But they come back really good. You know, you send them out and they're all dirty and everything like that, and you're thinking, and blood on them, and you're thinking, how in the world do they clean it? But they do a good job.
And it doesn't come back stiff either. It comes back like real soft, smooth leather.
Yeah. I mean, now, they can actually refuse if you did something wrong. So far we haven't, and, you know.
So this is about a 2-week job as far as time, but then it takes you about how many hours to trim the hide?
About an hour. This one had a lot of fat on it. So, other than that, it's ready to go. I'll put it in the box tomorrow, and a big box, and send it out to UPS. And I send it out of the same state that,
that it's in, Pennsylvania.
Because I work in Pennsylvania, and
the shipping's a little cheaper.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
So when it comes back, we'll unbox it with you guys and show you what we got.
Yep.
See ya.
See you later.
Well, for once, I get to be behind the camera. Feels pretty good back here, honey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to try to do this sheep hide. This is the one they had to do in emergency, so they didn't do it as well as they usually do.
What's that mean exactly?
Usually they cut a lot of this stuff off.
A lot of the fat?
Yeah. And it don't take me as much time to do the hide.
But you think it's going to take you a while?
Yes.
So what do you have to do? What's the goal?
Well, you got to get all the fat and try to get the meat and all that off.
But you don't want to rip it, right? So you
Right.
don't want to go through it? Is that you don't want to poke a hole?
Right.
But it does happen.
It does. You got to... Well, it's easier on the other ones because when he cleans them off really good, you don't get all this.
It's kind of stiff too. It's kind of still a little frozen.
Which is better to cut it.
Oh. And you got a new knife for it.
Yeah.
Works really well.
See, that one I cut through and you didn't even notice it.
Because of the knife or because of the fat?
Because of the fat. I actually need my glasses, so I gotta get my glasses. I'll be back.
So we just have this set up here in what we call the nook, and we have two, what are they, honey? Sawhorses, and then we have a crib. I don't know, what is it? It's like a box spring off of a crib that we have it set up here for him to work on. And he will spend quite a few hours here trying to get as much of the fat off as he can and the hunks of meat, right?
Right. The meat's not as bad as the fat. The fat has to come off. And
so I can stand up here and get a better. So this is what he'll be doing for a while, and when he's done with this, I'll come back and show you what's next.
yeah, it's just getting the fat
It's just
off.
it's called trimming, right? You're trimming the fat.
Right. And because this sheep was done in emergency style,
It has a lot of fat on
yeah,
it.
he did it quick.
Normally, ours never have this much fat on them.
I mean, the sheep was, but he takes care of that.
Yeah, they have the fat on them, but he usually helps. He usually gets more of it off. But this time, wow, that's a really big hunk. Wow. So guys, we'll be back when he goes to step 2 from trimming. Okay guys, so we're back. And as you can see, the hide has most of the fat removed. I mean, there's still some fat, but it's going to be like that. So what are you doing now?
I am salting the hide where it will dry out.
How long do you leave it sit with salt on it?
Oh, till all the moisture gets out of it.
About how many days, approximately?
About a week, sometimes.
And then what do we do?
Then I take it to work, box it up, and send it to the people that do the hide.
The tannery.
Yeah.
So we use Bucks County fur, and now we'll salt it really, really heavy. I mean, like, we salt it so heavy. I don't think you can over salt it.
No, you can't.
And you make sure you get it to all the edges and everything.
And when you do this, make sure you put a tarp down because...
Yeah, you can see we have a tarp down under here to catch all the moisture because it's going to drip. Take it easy, honey. You went a little too heavy there. So we'll go through about 3 canisters of salt. And we just use the whatever generic Morton kind of salt, table salt for it. And that's it. So that's what we did. You say goodbye?
See you later. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.